Terence Crawford has been stripped. Jaron Boots Ennis has been elevated to the IBF champion. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Cardinal Red Spots. Let's talk about it. Alright, y'all, so news is breaking everywhere that it has finally happened. Jaron Boots Ennis finally gets to proclaim himself as the full IBF champion. He's been waiting for a few years now. It was eventually going to happen no matter what, unless Terence Crawford or Errol Spence, when he was champion, fought Boots Ennis. I just want to give my 555 nickels on what's being said for anybody listening.
I was waiting for them to put it out so they can know for sure that is a sure enough. They got to get in the ring now, you know what I mean? Or they're going to move up. I don't know what they're going to do. The logical next step is to defend the title.
All right, y'all, so the rumblings were out there. It's been out there for about a week now. I even heard Bozzy Ennis speak about this in an interview the other day. He said, we're pretty much already the champion. And it wasn't more than 2 days later, now they're officially announcing that Terence Crawford has been stripped of his IBF title holder status, which means he's no longer undisputed.
Let me say something.
And Jaron Boots Ennis has been elevated to the full-term IBF champion. He finally got what he deserved. Man, Boots has been waiting in the background silently, waiting for his opportunity to either get to fight one of those guys, Errol Spence when he was champion, Terence Crawford now that he's champion. And, patience sometimes perseveres. Most of the time, patience does persevere. If you just stick it out, man, stick with it, things will go your way. Now, is this Terence Crawford's fault? Should Terence Crawford have just fought Boots Ennis and he would have been able to keep his undisputed status? No, I think it's a lot more complicated than that. I think because of the rematch clause that was in the contract with Errol Spence, it was going to happen. It was inevitably going to happen. There was nothing Terence Crawford could do about it. Now, he could have possibly tried to make a fight with Boots. Maybe that would have stalled it out a little while. But unless I think he actually fought Boots, it was inevitably going to happen. There was nothing Terence Crawford could do about it. And once again, I think that Errol Spence, it would have been the same thing if Errol Spence would have actually won the Terence Crawford original fight, the first fight, the undisputed fight. I think eventually, because of the rematch clause that were in there for both guys, he would have been stripped of the title too. So he would have only been undisputed for a few months. Terence Crawford, it's one of those situations, I think, similar to Errol Spence, that Terence Crawford was figuring out that there was a lot of stipulations, a lot of sanctioning fees that come along with holding all of those titles. And I don't think he probably doesn't care that much that he got stripped of one of the titles. He still got, 4 other ones?
It is him. It is him. He was asking about it.
Now, one of those titles that he holds doesn't really mean much, which is the Ring Magazine. Now, the Ring Magazine used to mean a lot, but now just kind of like a trinket that people show off, that they got all 5 of the titles, not just the 4, recognized titles, the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, and the WBO. But that Ring Magazine to some people still means a lot.
Yeah, since you're too much of a sissy to fight me, maybe they're more your speed.
So what does that mean, for Jaron Boots Ennis and his future? Does Terence Crawford actually want to fight Boots in the future? Perhaps the fight after Earl, if he beats Earl in the rematch, that he might go back after Boots to try to become undisputed twice at 147. Now, that would be some history for that task. He already set history one time by becoming the first undisputed welterweight champion in the 4-belt era, really the 5-belt era, but the 4-belt era. And he could possibly do it again if he was able to defeat Errol Spence in the rematch and then go fight and beat Jaron Boots Ennis in the undisputed fight, then that would be a bit of history. Now, does that fight come along with a big payday? I think Boots has a little bit of work to do in the meantime. Let's say that now that Boots is champion, let's say he gets a fight with Keith Thurman because he's holding the belt. I think Keith Thurman might come out of the woodworks now to try to fight Boots now that he's a title holder. And I think if Boots was able to beat Keith Thurman, then his name starts to hold a lot more weight when it comes to money and people actually wanting to put up bigger purses to see him face off with guys like Spence or Crawford, or, where Earl Spence come back out of the woodworks. I doubt it. He's a 154 fighter now. I don't think he wants any smoke with Boots at all. But there's a possibility that Terence Crawford could go for the undisputed status again after the Earl Spence situation happens, and, maybe set history as a two-time undisputed champion at 147. The future is very bright for Boots. Terence Crawford could also drop all the rest of the titles and just become a 154 fighter because there's more money up there. So there's a possibility that here in the near future, Boots could be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. And we heard Ennis say that he's going to be moving up after he clears out the 147 division.
I don't regret not a damn thing. I'm having a ball. For me to ever think or regret anything that's going on in my life based on where I'm at would be disrespectful to every opportunity that's been given to me. I've had an extraordinary life. I'm having an extraordinary life. I'm able to smell my roses while I'm alive. When I walk in the street now, they don't even talk about Rockefeller at all. They talk about what I was talking about last week, what I did yesterday, and what I'm talking about doing, and how I'm helping. Not what I'm about to do, what I'm doing.
So y'all let me know what y'all think about all that down in the comment section below. That like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. But you're more than likely to get a response on the tubes, or holler at me over there. If you want to collabo, feature a product or your channel on my channel, feel free to hit my Gmail, because it is a flock of cards at gmail.com.
In the middle of the summer when it's hot as a beach, or the winter time when the snow drops on the street, you see me outside like holla at me. I got them hot CDs, $5 a piece. Them niggas don't bother with me. Lions say they broke, hold on to their cheese. Walking to the store, get a wax CD with 25 songs just to play track 3. But don't get me twisted, I know some niggas got no business spitting. Make it hard for me trying to get my chips when niggas won't even listen. But check it though, I know the game's off track, but me and my clique finna change all that. You never heard a track when I came off whack, and your dame's off fat. But he's local, tell me why you hating on me. He's local, tell me why you hating on me. He's local, tell me why you hating on me. He's local, why you hating on me. He's local, that's why they hating on me. He's local, that's why they hating on me. He's local, that's why they hating on me. He's local. Feel niggas hate local music, but yet and still I promote the music. A hard-headed nigga couldn't coach me through shit. I thought they wouldn't hate, my approach is too sick. Motion music, promote the movement. They play it in the crowd and they both is moving. The chicks and G's bumping their head instantly. It never made no sense to me how a nigga gotta leave the Ville just to receive a deal. I need the bills, so if I gotta leave I will. But I'd rather stay, let them see the skills. Shoot a video, let them see the bill. Do a couple scenes on 18th and Hill. Open up wide, let them see your grill. That boy Keys is for real. But he's local, tell me why you hating on me. He's local, tell me why you hating on me. He's local, tell me why you hating on me. He's local.
What the fuck is a Louis Hayes?
He's local, that's why they hating on me.
What's his beat is crap.
That's why they hating on me.
Niggas mad at that doing that shit. Fuck these niggas, man.
Hey yo, I gotta get paid. If you got a problem, I gotta switch blade. I tell the DJ, yo, I gotta get played. He looking at me like, yo, I gotta get paid. spot and this record's okay. Get the name out. I line up chicks, pick a dame out. And if she wanna trip, kick a dame out. This young Louis T, spit the flames out. He's local, tell me where you hate. He's local, tell me where you hate. He's local, tell me where you hate.
Nigga, my cousin rap for FN Records, nigga. Nigga spit.
Swear they hating on.